Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're grabbing the absolute essentials of James Arthur Ray's paradigm-shifting framework and distilling them down into 8 minutes or less. Listen, if you've ever felt like you're just working yourself to the bone, but still coming up short in certain parts of your life, well, you are exactly in the right place. We're going to break down this whole concept of harmonic wealth and literally redesign your reality from the inside out. Let's get right into it.
So ask yourself right now, why are you exhausting yourself chasing this idea of a perfectly balanced life? We hear it all the time, right? Gurus telling us we need work-life balance. But according to Ray, that pursuit of balance, it's actually completely bogus. It's an impossible illusion, and honestly, it's just setting you up for constant guilt. We need to think about our ultimate goal a bit differently. See, perfect balance is just a static scale. And when a scale is perfectly balanced, well, nothing's moving. There is no energy, no vibrancy, no life. True harmony, though, that is like a dynamic jazz band. Think about a great live jazz performance. Different parts improvise, they take the lead at different times. Maybe the sax is out for a minute, then the bass takes over. They aren't perfectly equal all the time, but they work together to create this elegant, breathtaking whole. And that is exactly what your life should be like. To actually achieve this jazz-like harmony, you've got to master what Ray calls the 5 pillars of wealth. We're talking financial, relational, mental, physical, and spiritual. And here's the real secret sauce. These pillars are completely interdependent. It's like a giant puzzle. If you weaken any single pillar, you compromise the structural integrity of the whole shebang. You can't just prop up the strong ones and totally ignore the weak ones. All right, let's break these down. Pillar 1, financial. Now, money is really just a metaphor for your material world. And sure, it brings up our insecurities like nothing else, but mastering it is absolutely crucial. Your goal here isn't just to be a dragon hoarding cash. It's to generate enough wealth that you stop wasting your precious energy worrying about it. When money becomes a non-issue, your mind is freed up for the other pillars. Remember, grandeur is quite literally your birthright. Moving right along to pillar 2, the relational pillar. The massive takeaway here is this: how you treat yourself is the ultimate signal to the rest of the world of how they should treat you. If you don't love and respect yourself, there is no way you're going to attract high-quality connections. You have to do the internal work to become the exact kind of person you would want to fall in love with. Because your relationships, they're really just a mirror reflecting your own self-image right back at you. Next up, pillar 3, the mental pillar. This one is all about conquering the greatest competition you'll ever face: the battle between your disciplined mind and your undisciplined mind. To win that battle, you've got to lean into your natural strengths and maintain what we call an attention surplus for the things that empower you. At the same time, you have to ruthlessly cut out the noise that drags you down. True wealth requires a mind that's always expanding, always learning. Then we hit pillar 4, the physical. Listen, your results in the physical world are an exact mirror of your efforts. Think about it. Your body is the vehicle you need to actually enjoy all these worldly gifts you're manifesting. If your body is breaking down because you're neglecting your health or your diet, your other pillars are going to suffer, for sure. You just can't maintain high-level wealth if you literally lack the physical stamina to sustain it. Finally, pillar 5, the spiritual. This one beautifully illustrates a core truth. There's actually no artificial distinction between material goals and spiritual goals. Nope, they're all part of the exact same divine equation. Whether you're meditating in absolute silence or closing a massive multi-million-dollar business deal, it's all spiritual. This pillar is what ensures deep, lasting fulfillment, reminding us that the universe is bounteous and always echoing our deepest intentions back to us. So, how do we actually make these 5 pillars sing in perfect harmony? Well, it comes down to a fundamental shift in reality. Let's look at this next section: everything is energy and the quantum secret to attraction. Just wrap your head around this quote for a second. What appears to be solid at the quantum level is 99.9999999% light. Whether you're staring at a giant pine tree or a brand new Porsche, modern quantum physics and ancient spiritual traditions actually totally agree on this. Everything you desire, everything you can see and touch, is almost entirely composed of vibrating light and energy. I mean, this isn't just woo-woo philosophy, guys. It is literal physics. And because the law of attraction dictates that like attracts like, we run into a pretty stark reality. You absolutely cannot manifest high-energy wealth if you're walking around acting as a low-energy vessel. If you're constantly broadcasting vibrations of lack, fear, or frustration, well, the universe has no choice but to match that exact frequency. You literally have to raise your own vibration to meet the reality you're trying to create. To align your energy and activate these laws, you need a tangible formula, which brings us to the core mechanism of manifestation, going 3 for 3.
Going 3 for 3 means you absolutely must align your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. You can't just sit there thinking positive thoughts while internally feeling miserable, or feeling super inspired but then taking zero action. No way. When all 3 of these fire simultaneously, in the exact same direction, it creates this massive magnetic field. And that field literally pulls your intentions out of the quantum realm and right into your physical reality. But here's where most people get entirely tripped up. You have got to stop focusing on what you don't want. If you focus all your thoughts and feelings on, say, hating your massive pile of debt or resenting the fact that you're lonely, the universe reads that as your offer wave. It takes that exact vibration and echoes it right back to you. The universe just says, hey, your wish is my command, and delivers you more debt and more loneliness, all because that's what you're obsessing over. So, to fix this, you have to use the law of polarity to flip your focus. Instead of walking around saying, I don't want to be broke, you have to explicitly declare, I have financial freedom. Literally write down the exact polar opposite of your current frustrations. And here's the real kicker. You have to take rapid, decisive action toward those new intentions within 24 hours. You've got to prove to the universe you mean business. The absolutely crucial point to remember through all of this is that achieving harmonic wealth is entirely an inside job. It doesn't start with your bank account, right? It starts with you. External wealth and success are only ever going to improve in direct proportion to how much you improve yourself internally. Because look, if you don't generate the internal capacity to hold on to wealth first, you won't be able to keep it. Even if $1 million miraculously fell right into your lap tomorrow. And that brings us to a really beautiful realization about how we define income. You need to shift your focus from desperately chasing material income to providing immense value and what Ray calls psychic income to the world. Psychic income is your meaning. It's your contribution, your deep sense of purpose. When you focus on giving your absolute best and uplifting the people around you, you're going to find that material income naturally rushes to you as just an effortless byproduct of your own personal growth. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this pretty provocative question to chew on. What kind of dynamic, harmonious music could you make if you finally stopped chasing that myth of perfect balance? What would your life actually look like if you started going 3 for 3, aligning those thoughts, feelings, and actions across every single pillar of your life? Just imagine the masterpiece you could create. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to In 8 Minutes and never miss what matters.